Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, December 3rd. Now, on our show today, we have the lovely ladies from the Reform Temple of Laguna Woods. We've got Beverly Genero and Muriel Ash. And then we have Robert's Rules with Joan Milliman. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, we are looking at cool skies this weekend. We're looking at 63, 46 with partly cloudy skies. 60, 45, we are looking for some showers during the morning hours. And then on Monday, partly cloudy, 62, 43. And if you're traveling, take a look at these numbers. Our beaches are chilly with 60s with the overnights in the 40s. Palm Springs 68, 48, and Tahoe is expecting snow 30 with an overnight of 12. Big Bear 45, 18. I'm sure they're making snow on that mountain. And then Mammoth is expecting snow 29, 8. Las Vegas 63, 40. And of course, if you are traveling to those mountainous areas, you will want to check. The traffic conditions and road conditions because they may require some change. Okay, let's us take a look at our sunrise, which was at 6:39, and our sunset will be 4:42. And that picture is an actual sunset from our California coast. All right, when we come back, we will have the Reform Temple, so stick around.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Today I am joined by Beverly and Muriel, who are here on behalf of the Reform Temple of Laguna Woods. Well, welcome, ladies. Nice to see you both.
Lovely to be here. Thank you for having us.
Always nice to see you, Lisa.
And you know, it's one of my favorite holidays, which I think you guys already know because we talk about this for how many years now, and I always get very excited because now you're going to talk about Hanukkah, and I have been to one or two celebrations of Hanukkah, and I just love it. I love the lighting of the menorah and the prayers, and of course the food. So Muriel, tell us about it.
Well, Hanukkah begins on the 18th this year, and it is known as the Festival of Lights. I'm just going to put this in front of my face for a moment. Here's my menorah, and it's just such fun to start bringing it out every year. It's celebrated for 8 days. It starts at sundown on the 18th, and during our Shabbat service on the 23rd, we are going to light the Hanukkah candles at the service, and special Hanukkah songs will be sung. So everybody's welcome. That would be 7:30 on the 23rd. We'd love you to come and join us for this very festive occasion. And the key, of course, with Hanukkah is that it is a festival of lights, and it really means rededication of the temple after the idol worshipers were pushed out, and the temple was cleansed, and one vial of oil was just found, and the story is that it lasted for 8 days until the rider could come back with more oil. So that is the reason for the 8th day, and it's a lovely story, and we like to think of miracles at this time of year, no question about that.
Exactly.
On the 23rd, we're also holding a dinner, a celebratory dinner for our Hanukkah holiday. Now, that's going to take place at Clubhouse One Art Room. It's at 5:30 on the 23rd. That's just before our service. Dinner is both to celebrate Hanukkah and to celebrate Shabbat. It is, you've really got to get your reservations in no later than December 16th. And you may order actually chicken or vegetarian. So it'll be $25 for members of our temple and $28 for guests. We just, there is a tear off on our flyer, but you can send a check payable to RTLW, that's Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods. And it's to be mailed to our member, Diane Lupone, on Via Serena North, 3073 Via Serena North, Unit C in Laguna Woods. So let us see you, and we'd love to have you join us.
Well, I might just take you up on that on December 23rd well, you guys have it where? When you have this celebration, you do your Shabbat services on the 23rd. Which location is that?
Clubhouse One.
Clubhouse
The dinner and the service are at Clubhouse One.
Oh, everything is at Clubhouse One. Okay, perfect.
Together, which makes it very simple for moving about. And
Yes.
Also, just to tell you, I also have a little dreidel. That's our little game to make the children and some of the adults concentrate on what they're doing. It's a little game with spinning the dreidel. It's kind of fun.
And there's a song that goes with it too. But I'm not going to sing it now.
There's a song and food with everything. Hanukkah is a happy celebration.
Oh,
It's a time for joy and music and food and family. Yes.
Exactly. Wonderful. Well, I look forward to you guys having that celebration. I'm sure everybody else is too. So that's excellent. Now, you also still have your book club.
Well, excuse me, before I mention the book club, I want to explain that I know that there's a new group of community leaders have organized this group called Community Bridge Builders.
Yes.
With the purpose of bringing the community together to create harmony, to reduce the opportunities for people to have misunderstandings and problems in the community. We don't want that here. And in partnership with Community Bridge Builders, the Reformed Temple is going to have a special service on December 16th, again at Clubhouse One. It's a regular Friday night service, but this one is going to be not only a night of prayer and fellowship, but also of learning. And we invite anyone in the community who wants to learn more about our community to attend that evening. So I'm hoping that we will have a really nice turnout. I think it's good. The more you know some group or any person, the less chance there is for misunderstandings and for bad feelings.
Well, exactly.
And moving right along to our book club. They're going to meet December 20th at 10 a.m. in the recreation room at 2404 Via Mariposa. And they're going to have a potluck, and they're going to pick their books for the coming year for reading and discussion. So for information on that, please contact Harriet Schwartz at 949-454-9211 or Linda Mendelson at 949-303-1442. And we just started to use our new prayer books. We've got some gorgeous, modern, non-sexist prayer books that are more welcoming and more fun for everybody, more enjoyable, more beautiful. And we have loaner books at the services so that people who come can see the book. They don't have to have their own. However, if they would like to order their own books, they can do so by contacting Margot Gillison at 949-339-0318 by December 1st. They're ordering all the books, bulk prices, so it's $42 for the regular and $48 for large print. A lot of people like to have their own prayer book, especially in this germ environment we're in right now.
Well, or if you're like me, you run around with Clorox wipes.
It doesn't work on books quite as well, but yeah. We've gotten used to the hand wash.
Yeah, no kidding.
For purpose of our connections committee, which is to connect by phone calls for all temple members and to give resource information, answer questions regarding the temple, but especially just to check on the well-being of our members. So if you know of anyone who needs a call that's a member, or who, or if you would like a call, please contact Lisa Bender at 949-254-5817. And finally, again, everyone is always welcome to attend our services each Friday night, 7:30 p.m., Clubhouse 1. At this time, we are requesting that everyone show proof of vaccination. Masks, though, are optional.
Okay.
For everyone's also welcome to attend our refreshments afterwards. It's called an ONEG, and it's held there at the same location. And for those not choosing to attend in person, we continue to have hybrid services. They are available on Zoom. And if you're interested in becoming a member, please call Lynn Rosenstein at 562-773-5107 or Carol Sandusky at 805-884-6711. Our community continues to grow and thrive, and we welcome new members.
Fantastic. I love it. You guys are doing a great job. So thank you so much. And
thank you.
Talk to you again, and happy holidays.
Thank you, Lisa, and thanks
everyone. Yes, thank you so much for having us.
and for giving us this opportunity to reach everyone in the community. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. You too. And we'll be right back after this.
At Genesis of Laguna Niguel, we care about every customer and treat you like family. So think of us kind of like a good grandson. We take our time to go over all your new Genesis's technology features, step by step, all in the comfort of our showroom while enjoying complimentary refreshments. Or if you prefer, we can deliver your new Hyundai and cover everything in person. It's that easy. For a simply better buying and ownership experience, visit Genesis of Laguna Niguel.
Did you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first two buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Do you have cavities, broken or missing teeth, tooth pain, or other dental problems? These issues can create more problems than you think, including affecting your overall health. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact Loberg Dental today, and your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. It's a great way for you to experience our high-quality level of patient care while saving money, too. Visit drloberg.com to schedule your free exam and x-rays today.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Joan Milliman here, who is the president of Robert's Rules Study Club. Well, welcome. It's been forever.
It has.
I'm glad you could come back and join us and talk to us all about the Robert's Rules, because, you know, the board members, of course, and directors all use the Robert Rules parliamentary procedures. And we've had some situations where sometimes things are a little out of whack. And so tell me, before we begin, why is it so important for us to use Robert's Rules?
Well, I guess there are two reasons. One, it's so that everybody gets a chance to speak, both people for and against, and everybody speaks in turn. They have only one thing at a time spoken about. And the other thing is that we have a legal responsibility here in the village to pass certain things. And if they aren't done legally, and that's the way we do it. You know, you make a motion, you go through all of that and approve or not. And the approval or not is tricky. And if people are talking over each other and not being heard, you don't know, as an audience, what's really important.
Right, right. You know, one thing I don't think I've ever asked you is what happens if you don't do the rules the way you're supposed to? I mean, is there somebody that can come in and say, or somebody might complain, and then how does that work?
You can say point of order, and that usually means that they're not following the rules. And
Okay.
the chair recognizes the person who says point of order, which you can just call out, and they ask, what is your point of order? And the point of order may be that we are off topic, and the chair can decide whether to accept that or not.
Oh, I see. So usually it is solved within the meeting itself, and it never goes beyond that.
Usually,
Okay.
but sometimes things don't get voted on. For example, the chair may say, I need a motion for this subject. Someone makes a motion. Do I hear a second? Okay. Motion's approved.
Oh, whoops.
There's no vote. There
Yeah.
has to be a vote.
Okay.
And that's been something that's been recent.
Okay, exactly. All right. So we have new board members that are here. You know, they're just were elected, and so what are some of the things that they should be keeping in mind?
Be civil.
Be civil. Okay.
and have courage to say what you think. And the chair, a good chair, will be recognizing people in order. So that's basically it. And,
Okay.
And learn Robert's rules.
Well, right.
So that's why we're here today.
Okay, and then for them to be able to learn Robert's rules, there are a couple of books that they really should be looking at, and we're showing them on the screen right now. So
Absolutely.
tell me a little bit about each one.
Well, the big one on the left is 700 some pages, and that's the
Just a night's reading.
Just a night's reading, and that's the one that is the authority.
Okay.
That's the 12th edition of Robert's Rules of Order.
All right.
And the middle book is probably the best book to study. If you're going to study a book, it's really neat. Robert's Rules of Order in brief, and it really is. If you know the first 11 chapters, you know how to proceed in a meeting.
Oh, okay.
And the third one up there is a study guide from the National Association of Parliamentarians. And all you have to do is put in on your computer, NAP, the title of it, Membership Study Guide, NAP Study Guide.
Right.
And let me talk about each one a little bit, okay?
Okay, yep, go right ahead.
So if you're going to study Robert's Rules, the next slide tells you that this book, if you've only got 30 minutes, you can read the chapters 2 through 4.
Okay.
If you've got 45 minutes before the meeting, you can read 2 through 6. And if you have 90 minutes, you can read chapters 2 through 11.
Oh, okay, so it's really condensed.
It is condensed, but the problem is these chapters just pack a lot of information, and they give you examples of proper words to say in what situations. But the problem is, if the reader has questions about a topic that they're reading, there really isn't time to answer or look up the answers.
Right, right.
So the next thing would be the study group. And Robert's Rules, there's different kinds of study groups. Some of you know about Toastmasters, for example. That's a very good way to learn Robert's Rules, but we don't happen to have a Toastmasters. We have something similar on campus. But the more in-depth group is Robert's Rules Study Club. And it will take a part of Robert's Rules each month and go in depth. And then they also recommend study guides for self-study, especially for those who need to be more familiar with parliamentary procedure.
When do you do a study club once a month?
Once a month, and we meet the first Monday
First Monday.
of every month.
Okay.
And it's always in the globe as to where.
Oh, okay, good. And is it at night or during the day?
It's during the day from 3:30 to 5:30.
Oh, okay.
At 969 Calais, Aragon.
All right, perfect.
Okay,
Good.
the
All
next
right.
the next thing is the study guide that I mentioned. That is a really good way for self-study. because not only do they outline the in brief book, and they give you a whole outline, and when you look at, say, chapter 1 and 2, you can see what topics they're going to talk about, and as you read, you look for those topics. But the nice thing about this is they've got study questions at the end on these same chapters.
Got it.
And so you read and you look for the guide, and then you look for the practice questions at the end.
Okay, well, that's good to have.
And
especially if you're going to read the second book and you had a question, right? Could you find it in that one study guide?
The second,
You could find, yeah.
oh yes, of course.
Yeah, so
the second book, which is the in brief book,
Right.
And that's what many groups just base everything on that.
Okay.
What's nice about it is it does refer to the big book also, if you have more questions.
Right, okay.
And the third thing you can do is to look at videos.
Okay.
And a lot of people like to do that.
What are they videos of?
Parliamentary procedure.
People talking or people using examples?
People talking, no, using examples.
Oh, that's great.
Our Village Television has several of them, our Village on YouTube.
Okay.
Especially those by Susan Leahy.
Okay,
And she's really good.
excellent.
And there's going to be, after everybody's seated on all the boards, there's going to be a study workshop for all of us
Oh, okay.
to review the rules based on a video by Leahy.
Oh, good.
And it'll be fun.
Oh, good. When are you planning to do that?
Probably November, December.
Okay, perfect.
And
Good.
we're working on it.
Good. Excellent. And then, you know, one thing that you said is that if you have one rule, what is the one rule that can probably save you a lot of time?
I knew you were going to do that. Well, the one rule that saves a lot of time is called unanimous consent.
Okay.
And this is not a rule with motions at all. This is up to the chair to say, suppose we have to approve the agenda, rather than saying, I need a motion to approve the agenda and going through all that, all you have to say as the chair is, are there any objections to the agenda or changes? And if hearing none, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent.
Ah,
Now,
that's a good one.
And sometimes in our agendas, you know, we have agenda prep, so we know what the agenda is supposed to be beforehand. But suppose an emergency addition has come up.
Yeah.
And at that time, we could add it, but you still don't need a motion if you say, are there any objections to adding this to the agenda? Hearing none, that's approved. And are there any objections down to the corrected agenda? And it's all done by the chair.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be nice if you could just wave your magic wand and always say unanimous consent?
There are lots of times when you can do it, especially if you know as a chair that there's going to be agreement. And one of the biggest ones is the consent calendar.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And the consent calendar, all the chair has to do is say, are there any changes or any further discussion on parts of the consent calendar? Are there any objections to the consent calendar?
Right.
And if they hear none,
Yeah.
then it's approved
Right.
by unanimous consent.
Got it. That's a good
However,
one.
if there's an objection, then that part of the consent calendar has to be moved off to unfinished business so it can be discussed further. It's pretty simple. And if
Okay.
you know these little tricks, you can get through a meeting pretty fast.
Well, my head is spinning already.
Don't mean to do that.
That's okay, because you know what? It's a process. You have to learn the process, and then at some point you'll get it after a period
As
of
you
time.
use it, it becomes
Yeah.
easier and easier.
Yeah. No.
I've been looking at Robert's Rules since I was a Girl Scout.
So you are the best person to know about it. Well, thank you so much for sharing that
Thank
information
you.
with us. It's nice to see you.
I hope everybody will study Robert's Rules.
We hope so.
And thank you. It was my pleasure.
You're welcome. If you have any questions about some of the things that we have discussed here, you can always go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillage.com, and type in Robert's Rules, and it'll direct you to the appropriate information. We'll be right back.
We are the first light after a cancer diagnosis. the illuminated entry point to life-saving cancer therapies and novel treatments
often sought by the rest of the world.
We are a dedicated team of more than 400 physicians
and 1,000 scientists and researchers.
We are cancer-focused, but human-centric.
We are thousands of breakthrough discoveries.
We are where cancer stops
and life keeps on getting lived.
The future of cancer treatment is here.
Now at LA Carpet & More, you can transform your old bath into a new walk-in bathtub or shower in as little as 2 days. Plus, save 50% off and get 5 years 0% financing. It's easy, affordable, and fast. With 35 years in business and serving over 300,000 satisfied customers. Call 800-684-4100 for an appointment or visit one of our showrooms.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
At Freedom Village, we want you to create a life worth believing in.
Staffing is fantastic. Whenever you need help, they're there to help you.
I met so many people. I have so many friends now compared to when I was, living by myself. I didn't have hardly any friends.
I have to say it was one of the best decisions of my life.
It's like living in a resort. It's just the nicest way to live.
Welcome back. So our movie for today is called Fatherhood, and this, of course, is starring the very funny Kevin Hart, and it's really about him raising his baby girl as a single dad after the mom dies shortly after giving birth. You can check this out at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Hogue. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. We are looking at cooler skies for the weekend, and we are potentially going to get some rain here on Sunday. Looking at 63, 46, 60, 45, 62, 43. If you are traveling, take a look at these numbers. We are looking at the beaches in the 60s with the overnights in the low to high 40s, depending on where you're at. Palm Springs, 68, 48. Now, Tahoe is expecting snow, 30 with an overnight 12. Big Bear, 45, 18. Mammoth, snow, 29, 8. And Las Vegas, 63, 40. So if you are traveling in those mountainous areas, make sure that you check your road conditions because they may be requiring chains. We will see you again on Monday right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.
At Genesis Medical Center, our goal is to treat chronic conditions with a traditional and holistic approach to get the best results. We created a program we call Diabetes Reversal, targeting people with prediabetes and chronic diabetes. The patient is closely and personally monitored. We check parameters, blood sugar monitoring, A1C, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and weight. We offer natural supplements, and we will hopefully decrease the amount of medications you're currently taking. We teach lifestyle modifications, increase confidence, and control the disease.